close the deal, baby. Let's go. I get so good with people, I can say whatever the hell I want to. Right, I understand, and this.
I mean, there's a lot of people that's called me about it. I've already got a firm offer of $155,000, and I turned it down. So that's where I'm at on it. I mean, I'm not a desperate human being, but what I am is a businessman.
Yeah, most people aren't. Most people aren't desperate. Most people just trying to make sure they make a good decision, so they can get what they feel like they deserve out of the property that they're selling.
Yeah, and that's what I'm doing. I want a certain price for it. And I've had 3 different realtors from 3 different real estate companies come and look at it and tell me what they'd price it at. So I'm leaving plenty of money on the table for somebody to finish. So.
Okay, so that sounds perfect. So I love to be able to see how I can give you some resolution as far as helping you with your property. And I'll be honest with you. Sometimes I'm the best solution. Sometimes I'm not. But I can tell you one thing, that money has been the easiest part of every transaction for me, because if the money makes sense, I can make sure we can take care of this thing fast with speed. I can get you some money that you can put in your back pocket on the way out the door. So I'm actually one of the bigger investors in the area, and this is what I do. So I take care of people just like you who understand the value of their property and know that, hey, listen, they're not just going to let anybody just take it and get over, on the money with them. So I'll be glad to take a look at the property, man, and see what I can offer you. I love just to be able to see it, because it sounds like you're putting some work into it. Obviously, like the more that you do to it, it takes away from what I'm going to have to do as far as acquiring it. So it just depends on what your money, how much you really want to invest either side. But I'm here to give you any solution to help it out and make it as easy for you.
All right. Well, I want to make it easy on somebody too. I want to sell it. I want to sell it with the landscaping, the painting, and the fixtures to be added. That's the way I'd like to sell it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, just like I said, and I have a price for it that way. And if somebody's not interested in it, then that's fine. But that's where I need to be. And I'm leaving, according to the realtors, I'm leaving plenty of money on the table. I'm sure you know how big the house is, what it looks like. You know it has an attached garage. You know it has a big deck on the back. I'm sure you know all these things, I'm sure you've done your homework.
I have done a little bit of research on it, but I wanted to come and take a look at it, obviously, to kind of see condition-wise, how I can make it make the most sense, because obviously over the telephone and looking on the computer, I can't get a true essence of what needs to be repaired and what doesn't. But here's what I'd like to do.
Well, what'll need to be repaired, there's an electrician working on it right now to get it up to speed. Now, it's an older home. It's not going to be all modernized electrical-wise, but it's going to be up to code. It's supposed to be what it's supposed to be, and that's what I'm paying this guy the money for, is to get it, the newly done bathrooms up to speed, and the newly done kitchen up to speed, and the newly done other bathroom up to speed. So I've got an electrician in there doing that. The plumbing's fine. The house is dry as a bone underneath. It's already been treated, had termite treatment, so that's not an issue or a problem. So, I mean, I've done a lot of stuff. So,
hey John, real quick, Steve, excuse me, is there a reason that you hadn't listed it with a realtor? I know you had multiple realtors, give you some information as far as what the pricing should be. Is there a reason that you haven't let a realtor list his property for you?
Well, I don't think I'm gonna get what the realtor said I'm gonna get. I don't think I'm gonna get over $200,000 for it if it's not finished.
Okay.
That's the reason. I mean, why would I list it if not finished? I mean, the realtor's not gonna want to bring somebody in there to buy a house that's 3/4 of the way done.
Oh, okay. So it's still some work that needs to be done. Do you know how much work actually needs to be done inside, like dollar wise, estimate wise?
Sir, the only thing I can tell you is, how much does it cost to paint a house that's 2,200 square feet? how much does the landscaping cost, and how much do the fixtures cost. That's all that's going to be left to be done. And the hardwood floors are in great shape. Now, you might want to go in there. Somebody might want to go in there and light sand them and put, some polyurethane on it or whatever. But the wood floors are in fabulous shape.
Excellent. That's what I love. I love having great wood floors and everything. That makes it easy for me. Here, I like to pick a day like this sometime this weekend. I got I got a bunch of appointments that I have lined up in the Greensboro area tomorrow. Are you free either tomorrow or Thursday where we can get together and take a look at the property?
No, I'd really rather do it next week when all the countertops are in and all the other stuff is in, because I've got the electrician there now. As soon as he's done, they're going to put the countertops and the sinks in and the vanities and all that stuff. And I'd rather show it to you when all that stuff's in, because I've already paid for having all that stuff done. I'd rather show it to you then than show it to you prior to that.
I can respect that. Either way is okay with me, because I understand that, like I do this stuff, on a daily basis. So I understand that some of that stuff is going to change with you putting work into it. I'm just kind of like, so if you're like, with you putting so much work into it, is there a reason that you're not going to complete it? And I know I'm asking some questions that might sound a little redundant, but I want to make sure like I understand truly. Like, it sounds like you're putting a lot of, you're doing new cabinets and getting a lot of stuff done. Is there a reason that you're not just going to complete the full project and get the optimum dollar that you can get?
Well, it boils down to money. I might run short on money to complete the project, and if I do that, then it's going to have to sit. So I'd rather just get. I bought and sold horses and trained horses for 35 years. I know how to sell something. And you can't take all the profit out of it and be greedy and expect somebody to pay for it. There need to be three things done to it: fixtures, landscape, and paint. I can't take all the profit out of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a price that I can live with. Mm-hmm. And then when I set a price that I can live with, if you don't want to take the cream off the top, that's your business. But somebody will. It's on a corner lot. I can stand in my yard and hit a $350,000 house with a rock, and that ain't no lie. So, and it's right where my pasture used to be. All those new houses are right where my old pasture used to be. So, I mean, I know that community. I know all that land. I know what those other houses bring that are right there next to it, and I know that really doesn't have anything to do so much with the value of my house. My house is between Friendly Road and Market Street. My house is a half of a mile from a brand new middle school. My house is a mile and a half from Western Guilford High School. My house is 2 miles from Guilford College. So I mean, I got a pretty good piece. Mm-hmm. Because if you're going to pay me what I want, then I want you to be able to sell it or do whatever you want to do with it and make you some money too. Okay, I can appreciate that 100%. Here's another question I have for you. Is this you don't owe anything on this thing, do you? Oh yeah, I owe something on it. Yes, I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had to borrow some money again. I borrowed some money on to buy my ex-wife a car before she was my ex-wife. And
don't you hate when you do that?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's all she got was that car. I can promise you that. So I borrowed money on the house to do that, and it's okay. I mean, it's okay. I'm not bitching. I'm going to sell the house and walk away with X amount of dollars after the mortgage is paid. Okay. And that's the way I'm going to do it. And whoever buys it, they're going to buy it at my price. I'll be happy with it, and they can sell it for whatever. But I know what the three realtors said it was worth. So, I mean, it's got to be close, or they wouldn't have said it was worth that. I mean, I know it might be worth a little less or a little more than the middle one, but when you get three and average them together, you kind of got an idea.
Yeah, the money's the easy part. The hardest part is trying to make sure that you can find somebody that needs the property and has the time to be able to give that property the attention it needs to get it up to, like everything that a person has to do now is like, hey, look, you got to make sure, because you have a $300,000 house right around the corner, you got to make sure that you make your house be competitive with those $300,000 houses, making sure the countertops and everything else kind of just is updated to like a 2019 look. So like for me, like I think, it sounds like you want to sell a house and I want to buy a house, and that's the best, that's the best thing about it. I'm looking to acquire as many properties as I possibly can. And I love to be able to come take a look when you feel comfortable. I think if you say that next week, once the countertops and stuff is when you're comfortable, that's fine. If you want to let me look now, and I just understand that the countertops and everything will be put in later. For me, I want to come and take a look at the property, give you some information to help you make a decision. Obviously, like you don't have to choose my number and what I offer you. I think what I'll give you is a lot of value, and I'll give you the ability to know that, hey, once we agree on a number, that number will be concrete. We'll close, and we'll close quickly. A lot of people can tell you they can do certain things, but like I'm actually one of the guys in the area that's a real buyer. And I'll come in, and if we can agree on a number, I'll make sure you can get that money that you deserve and that you've been waiting on in your back pocket quick.
All right, well, that sounds like a plan. I've got your number, and I'll be in touch with you, sir.
Let's so how do you want to do it? Would you rather wait until you put the countertops and everything in, or would you like me to just come and take a look as it is right now, and we can kind of see where we go from there? Obviously, I know you already got some stuff you invested into it. I know the countertops and stuff like that, man. I do this every day.
Well, I don't mind you looking at it, because I already know the number, so you can look at it today or next week. It doesn't make any difference to me.
Okay. So what I'll do is I'm gonna go check my calendar just to kind of make sure I'm absolutely clear, and I'll shoot you a text message. This is a good number. This is a cell phone, correct?
It is a cell phone. You can shoot me a text message.
Okay, perfect. So I'll shoot.
What is your name, sir?
My name is Tony Robinson.
Tony Robinson. Okay.
Easy to remember, huh?
I got you, buddy. You just shoot me a text.
All right, now. So when I come out there, you just know I'm ready to send you a cash offer. We can get this thing locked up. So I will be coming with the intent on buying your house. I just want to be honest with you. When I know your time is valuable, and I want to give you as much as I can. So I'll come take a look at your property. We'll kind of go through some of the stuff that the market and the comps, and I'll show you all the information that I see as well. And I'll give you a straight up offer, and I'll buy your house on the spot if we can agree on the numbers. Fair enough?
Sir, I've bought and sold horses my whole life. That's fair enough, and I already know what the number is. And if you give me that number, the house will be yours.
Sounds great.
No, it won't. That's as simple as we can be.
Hey, look, the thing I always tell people, hey, listen, if everything doesn't work as far as the financial commitment on the transaction, we can always depart as friends. And I promise you, because of my connections, I'll always be able to put you in positions where sometimes I'm not the best solution, but I know enough people that I can help you in that process. And even if you need money to kind of finish the project, I know people that can help people out as far as all that stuff. So, for me, like, it's not about me just coming and saying that, hey, look, I'm the only option for you. I want to give you multiple options and let you make a decision that works best for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I appreciate your time, brother. I'll shoot you a text message so you can so we can kind of figure out what's the best time to get together and work this out. All right.
All right. Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
And this is totally off the subject. Are you from the state of North Carolina? Have you always lived in North Carolina? Right
in Winston-Salem.
Only thing I'm going to tell you, tomorrow night, them Blue Devils are going to kick Carolina's ass all over.
Do.
There you go. The best.
Absolutely.
Right.
Hey, look, you just may have saved you a little bit of money now, but by doing that, you know that, right?
You know something? Most everybody's a Carolina fan.
If you's a fucking Carolina fan, I might have offered you $20K less.
That's all right. I can turn it down too. All right, Tony. Thank you.
Hey, I appreciate you, brother. I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Bye.